Hi, today I'm going to show you how I make a decal that I can remove from a container that I use often when going to barbecues or parties or that sort of thing, and I don't want to lose my container. The container I'm using is this one. It's a Mainstays brand cupcake and cake holder from Walmart, and I'm going to do a decal that fits right here in this spot, so that it'll have my name on it, and then when I go to a party or a barbecue or whatever, I'll know which one's mine, because they're pretty popular. I'm using Cricut's removable premium vinyl. This came in the dive-in mystery box. This was the everyday sampler, so it had gold and silver and black, white, and kind of a coffee color and a cream. I used the black for this decal. I have cut out the decal. I used my Maker 4, and this is a brand new standard grip Cricut mat that was also in the same dive-in mystery box. When I weed my vinyl, if I can, I like to leave it on the mat. It actually kind of makes it easier. And in most cases, when I make two of them, like I did on this one, I'll take them off and then cut it. You want to peel kind of slow. You want to make sure that you get all your inside pieces and you don't accidentally tear an important part on your vinyl. This stuff weeds so nice. There's the bulk of it. It's nice to have it stuck to the mat because then it doesn't slide all over your desk and get away from you. There we go, we're all weeded. Now I bend my mat a little bit, and then I will grab the corner of it and start to peel it off. Now what I usually do is I'll flip this upside down, and then I'll kind of peel the mat away from the vinyl. It helps keep it from curling up on you. And I immediately put my cover back on my mat. I have pets and I'd prefer not to get my mat covered with dog hair. Okay, now we can move that out of our way. Now we have our two decals. I did this with a Cricut access font, and I used the really cool warp feature to make it bigger in the middle and smaller on the sides. I have included my file. You could use it kind of as your guide and then make yourself one if you have one of these cupcake containers. Now for this demonstration, I'm only going to do the one decal. Okay, so there's my decal. This transfer tape is Cricut's standard transfer tape, and it was also included in the mystery box. So let's cut a piece of that. We don't need very much. This decal is only a couple inches tall. And you keep your little piece of tape so that you can tape it closed again. Let's see, I'm thinking about 3 inches. Oh, that's probably way too much. We're going to go to that line right there. I'm also using Cricut's portable paper trimmer. I absolutely love this trimmer. I'll tape this back together. And then again, this is longer than I need it to be. So we're going to go ahead and trim that up. I always save my little pieces. You never know when you're going to need a little piece for a project. Get that out of the way. I think the hardest part can be starting your corner so you can peel it off. Okay, so I like to start a little bit like that. and then I will lay it completely over the decal and set it down, and then slowly peel it off. Then you can use your Cricut scraper to burnish it down. Do the front and the back. And this is a little trick I learned when you have something that's difficult and doesn't want to stay on your transfer tape. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with this, but as you can see, it's peeling off quite nicely. But if you have something that has a bunch of intricate parts or little pieces and they don't want to stick, take your scraper, put it up against the back of your transfer tape, and pull tight using the scraper to push down at the same time that you're pulling your sticker backing off. And that will help all of your little tiny pieces stay put while you peel the backing. That out of the way. I'm going to set this aside for just a second. You want to make sure that your surface is really clean. What I like to use is just a little alcohol prep pad. You can pick these up at Walmart or buy them in bulk off Amazon. And I wipe down the area that I'm going to put my decal. And then I'll use a lint-free cloth and come back and dry it just to make sure it's good and dry. And then we'll grab our decal and we'll kind of place it over and try to decide where we want it. I may or may not get this centered because, you know, okay, we'll stick it down. And then you grab your scraper again, push down really good on all your letters. Now there is a bit of a lip here, so it's possible I may struggle on that corner. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my scraper to hold my edge down. That'll help keep my letters stuck to my project rather than sticking to the transfer tape. Voila. And then if you didn't scrunch up your transfer tape too much, you can stick it back on your backing and reuse it for your next one. And because this is removable vinyl, I can take it off after my event and it'll be just like it was never there. Happy crafting!